Welcome. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. My name is Fentio. Here, Fentio. The show is proudly brought to you by Piva Beverages, who are producers of Game Energy Drink, and also by Guinness, sponsors of our Matchday segment. And tonight on the show, we introduce a new sponsor, Sports Zone. Every Monday night from now to for the next 52 weeks will also be brought to you by Soccer Bet. That's right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Over the next 90 minutes, we've got a lot to cover. On the show, beginning in Kumasi, where Karim Zito has decided enough is enough. He's walked away from his job after a round of 16 elimination for the Pokemon Warriors, defending champions of the MTN FA Cup. What has really happened? Where has it gone wrong for Zito? So much so that he's decided enough is enough. We will also take you to some of the results from the FA Cup matches that were played over the weekend. Take you to England, where Manchester City continued to pile pressure on Arsenal. Both teams winning over the weekend in the Premier League. Chelsea, with Cole Palmer also getting a hat-trick. And Man United showing no signs of slowing down. 4 in a row now for Michael Carrick and his Chargers. What is it that's going on at Old Trafford that all of a sudden they look like prime Barcelona? We'll take you to Spain, to Germany, to Italy, and wrap up somewhere in America, where Super Bowl 60 took place, and it was the Seattle Seahawks that finally got revenge. We will take you to Milano Cortina. That was where Lindsey Vonn crashed in her bid to become the oldest Olympian to win a medal in the alpine skiing event. Unfortunately, that ended in disaster. We'll tell you exactly how that unfolded live here on the show. It's a very, very packed show, of course. And I saw somewhere another headline. I really don't want to say this headline, but apparently Lewis Hamilton is being sanctioned by the FIA for ignoring a red flag. If you know, you know. Guys, welcome to the show. Danny K and Zito for Flame Match Stream here. Guys, how are you doing?
Very well, very well.
It's one of those things where you crack your own joke and laugh at it.
I know, but I understand what, yeah.
Wait, you mean you guys got the joke?
Of course. Of course. I saw it on the timeline, and I burst into,
I saw a headline. Someone said FIA sanctioned Lewis Hamilton for ignoring a red flag.
Yeah, I saw it on the timeline.
Oh, God.
Shout outs to and it's a very nice graphic to go with it. Like, it was the FIA's graphic, F1 graphic.
The whole red,
like proper
red
story.
background.
Yeah, proper story. Like, this one, like, it takes like 5 seconds.
But AI is doing...
It's when they go to the pit.
It's like AI is doing something with the picture. Because I saw some...
No, the picture is real.
Other attachments.
Yeah, but I didn't see a video. Yeah, I saw...
Oh, you saw the video?
I saw the picture
of a conversation.
An attachment.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of
an entanglement.
It's real.
But I didn't see the video.
Oh, there's a video where the two of them were chatting and they hired a lip reader to come and read the chat. I've read everything.
Hey, this guy. No, but that guy has got a very nice history of...
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, every year.
His CV is...
Yeah, 1 year.
His CV is solid.
1 year, 1 star.
Your guy, no, his CV.
Yeah, but this one...
No, but he now be fresh boy, so...
No, but I be in career finish already, so this one no go fit do anything.
Guys,
let me say they peak.
It's okay. It's okay.
If you be Max Verstappen or Kimi Antonelli, go talk say.
In case you are lost, let me just open up and be honest, okay? At Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California, the Levi Stadium, it's the creme de la creme. In fact, there were an estimated 1,000 private jets that landed in California just for the Super Bowl this weekend between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. And tickets were super expensive. I saw a video from the BBC asking people how much they paid for a ticket. And my favorite answer came from a man. He said, let's just say my wife thinks I paid $2,500 US dollars. But tickets are super expensive. It's probably the most expensive, if not, one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive single sporting event in America, the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals. So those are, but the Super Bowl, because it's a one-off event, is super, super expensive The NBA finals are usually played over 5 games, or best of 7, actually. So that can be a bit more affordable. But yeah, Super Bowl tickets, super, super expensive. Lewis Hamilton, so the joke we were talking about, Lewis Hamilton was spotted there with his new girlfriend. And his new girlfriend is, drum roll, Kim Kardashian. Yeah. Kim Kardashian is Lewis Hamilton's newest girlfriend.
Yeah.
How many kids has she got with Kanye? 3?
3, yeah.
I believe.
I know North.
I didn't know that.
Firstborn North. I don't know.
I would. I mean, I follow pop culture. Come on. I mean, I'm not that.
I know they've got kids. I wouldn't know the number.
Keeping up with the Kardashians. Even if I don't want to know, I'll know.
I mean, that one, I wasn't watching.
Original socialites.
What's that? Even if I don't want to know, crowd.
So, congratulations to Sir Lewis.
Congrats, because of his new girl. They are not married.
Yeah, he's got a new girlfriend. It's Sir Lewis. The only reason...
No.
Hold on. You know how many people get... Oh, wait. Do you know how many people get new girlfriends every day, every second? The only reason this is a subject of conversation is because Sir Lewis is involved. The greatest F1 driver in history.
So it's congrats to Kim for catching Sir Lewis.
I'm happy for Sir Lewis. I don't care about how Kim feels. I care about Sir Lewis.
Okay.
So if he's happy,
You're happy.
I'm happy. Right. So congrats to him for finding happiness.
Fantastic.
I don't know what Kim has found. But if Sir Lewis has found happiness, I'm happy for him.
Kim has found the greatest F1 driver in the history of
Thank you very much.
I don't know what Kim is in that. I don't know how to
describe
that headline. Yeah, I don't know who Kim is really in the grand scheme of things in this context. So I think the real deal is
in that world, she's bigger.
So
in
you
which
mean
world?
In that
Which world?
fresh world, but the glass is too
You're
big.
trying to say Lewis is the catch.
Lewis is the guy.
He's the catch.
Yeah. Lewis is, of course.
No, but in that world,
Which world?
Kim is the catch.
Which world?
It's the Hollywood. You know where they are.
Sir Lewis.
They're Hollywood and they.
Oh, but Sir Lewis don't be small boy for Hollywood.
No, be small boy, but
Yeah.
Kim be guy for them.
Wait. I have a question. I have a question for
Kim
our
of
viewers.
Kanye feel.
Okay, I have a question for our viewers. Okay, guys, don't mind us. Zito says Kim Kardashian no onyo biasa. As far as he's concerned, it's Sir Lewis. You watch Yahoo. Do you know Kim Kardashian? I want to know whether Zito know. Do you know Kim Kardashian? Who is Kim Kardashian?
I know Kim Kardashian.
I get what you mean.
Right.
I'm not saying you don't know.
That's what you just said.
But I won't. Hold on. I want to test. I want to see.
Right,
our viewers are sports fans, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
But do they also know Kim? That's what I want to know. Kim Kardashian. You get my point now?
Absolutely.
Do you also know Kim Kardashian?
But Kim should do football. Kim dated Ronaldo before.
Which Ronaldo?
Oh, they went on a couple of dates.
Which Ronaldo?
They bounced on second date.
See,
Ronaldo bounced some, but they went on a
but
couple
they don't date up.
No, they bad. The foreign concept of
Sunday lie. You this guy, you can lie. No,
Ronaldo. That times me have been bill. Pause.
Hey.
But you.
No, I'm not even.
You put the time say no.
Hold on. I'm not even worried about whether or not they were spotted together. That's not what I'm saying.
Watch. Kim Kardashian and Cristiano Ronaldo were involved in a brief, highly publicized romance in 2010. I remember.
That's
went
not
on like
what
2
I'm
dates.
saying.
Ronaldo said,
by saying you they lie, that's not what I mean. He said Ronaldo bounced him.
Oh, he bounced.
Oh, bounce him.
I'm going to buy you the story. Ronaldo bounced him.
So what's the story?
2010, after the World Cup, Ronaldo go holiday. He go America. He go America where he meet Kim. Where they go on a couple of dates. Ronaldo tell us,
He no go pick.
He dey go.
Hey, Randy.
Few months later, where he go come out the
arena. Yeah, the Russian.
This guy can lie.
I tell you the truth. True thing.
He bounced him.
You said you did.
Wait.
You
Who became where your mind be saying
Ronaldo no fit bounce him.
You know Kim Kardashian.
You know Cristiano Ronaldo. I think him. But this guy bad. Ronaldo bounce him, he bounce him.
Say, I don't know. So it's just say Ronaldo bounce Kim. That boy say,
Wow.
Are we talking about Cristiano the Ronaldo?
The bounce him finish where she go interview, go talk, say, oh, we were just
Hold on.
We were just friends. The bounce him.
This is you people, you think say what? Kim Kardashian net worth, $1.9 billion. Lewis Hamilton net worth, $450 million. So clearly, only one of these people is reaching in this relationship. Only one of them is the catch. It looks like it's Kim Kardashian who has more money than Lewis Hamilton. She's more successful.
When I said when I said the catch, I didn't mention money. I didn't think it was money. I said.
So we should reduce it to money.
But you're the one who.
I have a question. Is Sir Lewis more good looking?
I'm not going to compare gentlemen to
I get it. So, no, it's a relationship matter, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not going to compare
all the matrix involved. So, is he better looking?
So we know that. Yes. Sir Lewis is not plastic. He's not plastic.
I'm just mentioning.
Sir Lewis is not plastic. That counts for me. It counts for me. Sir Lewis is not plastic.
Who is plastic?
Kim is plastic.
What does that mean?
But it's artificial. It doesn't need telling. She said it herself. She posts this everywhere for put to see. She's plastic. And for me, you can't use plastic fake body to compare somebody who's natural. It doesn't even start. Don't go there. Yeah. Let's not go there. No, that one there, don't go. Sir Lewis is natural, better looking than plastic Kim. Don't even start.
Me, my concern is Ronaldo. They bounce him. She go talk in a 2010 interview with Ryan Seacrest. She was say, we are just friends. You're bouncing him. That's how. Ronaldo bounce him. Say we are just friends. That's how.
But it is Kim. Wow. She's better looking.
I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
You were not busy.
Oh, I was not busy.
You had too much time. Hey, let's talk sports. Hey, you make up next step. Let's talk sports.
Charlie.
Yeah, he will be bouncer.
Why, Christopher Nimi, why are you sending me your wife's number? Coach, if you give out phone, then he calls for the phone he's pressing, he's confused. He's coming to send me a message. He has sent me his wife's phone number.
You don't know why he's sending it to you.
He has deleted it. I know why. It's by mistake. He says, I don't see. All right, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's go to Kumasi briefly, okay? That's where Karim Zito has decided enough is enough. He's quit his job as Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach. He put out a statement earlier today to communicate his decision, and that's and then Kotoko, of course, then put up a statement of their own, and this is the Kotoko statement, basically communicating Zito's decision to leave the club, and it's one of those things, and I think we have seen this coming, haven't we? Because before the FA Cup game, Kumasi Asante Kotoko's interim or IMC, let me put it that way, Chairman Nana Pinkwa met the playing body and told them that if they don't win, something will happen. They didn't win, obviously, and then something happened. And that what happened, obviously, was that they had decided, enough is enough. And he's left. So, very surprising decision. Zito only took over halfway into last season, supervised the season till the end, won the FA Cup for them, obviously, and then started this season and didn't end it, which is rather unfortunate for him. And his numbers so far this season haven't been great either. Remember that Kotoko were in the Confederation Cup. That didn't go too well. They got kicked out. And now they've been kicked out of the FA Cup as well. And in the league, they are several points adrift of the leaders, and it doesn't look like they could possibly still win the league title this season. Guys, probably a very expected decision, in my opinion, given the events of last week.
Yeah, but back here again, it's this time it's Kotoko, but it's very reoccurring in the Ghana Premier League clubs. Ghana Premier League is one of the most difficult places to coach. No club is patient. Yeah. No club really has projects that we know what they want. Like, it is win as you go, play as you go. Like, they want the quick success, instant success. There's no time for you to build anything. And Kotoko and Hattrick in this country are the only two clubs, I think probably in the world, the only two clubs that do not necessarily do the things to make them unbeatable, yet they want to be unbeatable. So if you're the manager and you come through, You might not even have the best pool of players available to you to win the league. But the moment you are coaching that club, Kotoko or Hattrick, you're expected to do magic and then win it. So it's unforgiven. But it also must be said that Zito's performances or the results that we're seeing maybe sometime this season wasn't consistent enough. And when you look at the point difference between Kotoko and the very top, it looks like they'll go another season without winning the league. Then the one trophy that they know Zito can win and he's great at is also, gone past them. But they lost to Indiana, who are a very good team. So, yeah, it's shocking that, and because he's resigned and he wasn't necessarily sacked, you are thinking maybe people have said things that Zito didn't like, he didn't want to be in that environment, and so he's called it a quit. Back here again.
Okay. DK, what about you? I mean, this obviously looks like, I don't know what exactly, see, my issue here is, I don't know what exactly Kotoko are looking to save this season. Like, what's left to save this season so much that, obviously, it's the coach that has resigned per the statement, but you could just tell that he was pushed out.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, what is left to save this season?
Yeah, very similar to where we were last season when he got the job. Was it 2 seasons ago? No, last season when he got the job. Was the running, about 3 or 4 games to the end of the Ghana Premier League season. Ogum leaves, he comes in.
But there was still FA Cup.
Yeah, there was FA Cup, but that was, look.
Which he went on to win, to be fair. So Kotoko's decision in hindsight was
Ogum would probably have won that FA Cup. They were in the semi-finals, 2 very winnable games on paper. The final was by all means going to be against a second division team. Ogum had a very good record up until that point. He was even closer in terms of the gap between Kotoko and the leaders last season. Then he goes, Zito comes in. And it's, as Zito has said, back again to this same point. 8 points adrift of the leaders. You look at the form, not just of Kotoko, but everybody else who is fighting for the league title, bar the league leaders. Very similar. The only outstanding team in the Ghana Premier League this season is Midiama. It was just last week they lost their 17-game unbeaten run. So they have been consistent. And the thing is, even if Kotoko were on a very good run, they still wouldn't have been on top because of how good Midiama have been. When you look at the difference between Kotoko in second place, Kotoko in third place, Kotoko in fourth place, it's what? I think 2 points or just a point. Yeah. So Kotoko are as competitive as all the other teams vying for the title, bar the top team who have been remarkable, probably haven't seen a team do this in a very long time. Yeah. So, and if you go back to how they exited the cup competition, the FA Cup, look, these things happen. I know Kotoko standards are different, but it was a round of 16 game, probably the toughest draw you could ever draw against Indiana. Very difficult game. It goes into penalties, and then you lose. But again, look, Kotoko standards are not anybody else's standards, so you just know that this thing was going to happen. I think the question shouldn't be about what is there to save. Yeah. It is Kotoko just have consequences for bad performances. If they don't deem you good enough, you get sacked. Whether you are going to win the title, they don't care, you sack you.
We've won the league before, it doesn't matter.
Not to say he obviously wasn't sacked, he was resigned, but we can tell that there was pressure to get him out the door, but that is done now.
One of the problems, though, is that if you look at it seemed like it had been coming, to be fair, because in fact, in the last 6 Kotoko games, they've won one. Yeah. They've won victory. In fact, in 4 of those, they've not scored a goal. Yeah. So it's not just the exit from the FA Cup.
And that's why
even before the FA Cup, I mentioned an app in course address to the players. Like, you could just tell that they
that's why I feel
happy with
for a large chunks of this season, I felt that the board have been very unfair to the head coach. Because when the Africa campaign started, in fact, when it ended with the Widad disgrace,
they sold Amwa before they came back.
Look, your top striker, even before Amwa left, he was like the only goal scorer, proper goal scorer in that team. Yeah. Then you take him out, and for, I'll say, 2/3 of the season, Zito has had to plan without a proper goal scorer. Poku came in and he was injured for a very long time. Yeah. So he was without a striker. Then Jau and Co had to step in, play these very funny roles and arriving in the box lead. But he still managed to be competitive. Yeah. Then Amwa has come. It's been how many games? 3-4 games since Amwa comes. And then he gets the sack. The point is, yes, results are not going. well. But are the results not going well largely or solely because of the manager? I don't think so. I don't think recruitment from a Kotoko standpoint was the best. And we know that Zito is not the one who does the recruitment. I think they could have helped him, especially when the transfer window was still open. I think it was left for a few days when they were in Africa.
Yeah.
So they could easily have addressed that very quickly, but they didn't. And
we are where we are.
And it's not about to get
a big team. Yeah, and it's not about to get any easier because they've sacked him.
He's resigned.
He's quit the week before the Super Clash because this weekend they host House of Folk.
Yeah, and that throws all of that into chaos. You're wondering if you could have used that big clash to maybe give him a little bit of pressure, tell him, look, this is your ultimatum, you've got to deliver this game, and then we see the way forward. And sometimes that helps because it's a big game. Your job can be on the line. You want to do everything to win. The players, if they're on your side, they want to go in there and play for you. So a lot of things. But maybe there are things happening in the camp that we are not privy to. Because now and then they go into that game, a new manager is going to come in, a caretaker is going to handle the team. Yeah,
so they've just released Prince Owusu, the assistant is now the head coach, and Hamza Obingo assistant.
Formerly of Mediama.
Right, so he's going to go into that Super Clash game against Hattrick on Sunday. So I think Kotoko won't say it publicly, but they might just know that at least for this season, they won't win the league. So they are ready to just
8 points adrift at the moment.
Yeah, ready to be competitive to get to the top 4.
Something very funny happened in the post-match press conference. Akomia asked Prince Owusu, Zito didn't show up for the post-match, it was Prince Owusu. And he asked him if the results puts pressure on the technical team. He said yes. Then the follow-up question was, do you think your job is safe? And then Prince says, me? Yes. And now he's the head coach.
So now he's the head coach. So Kotoko's next 5 games, you see on your screen there. So after Hearts of Folk, they go to Young Apostles, then they host Vision, go to Karela, and then host Nations FC. Not an easy fixture in there. Maybe Young Apostles are away, but it's also going to be any trip to BA is never easy for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So certainly these next 5 games will be very crucial. But knowing the team that they play, House of Folk, this weekend, I can't expect Kotoko to get the victory, even if they don't have a coach on the bench. It's not like House of Folk have been any decent anyway. So we'll see. But it should be a great game on Sunday, Kumasi Asante Kotoko against House of Folk. All right, guys, let's... Lots of people have been sending you messages. Don't worry, we'll talk. But if you're a Kotoko fan, I want to hear from you what you make of that decision by Karim Zito to leave the club. A good one, a bad one. What do you think happened there? 05515775757, 055157757. Lots of messages have already coming here. Glory, glory, Man United, and thanks to Michael Carrick for bringing the smiles on the faces of United supporters. But for Atapoku and his team, Adriana, we the Phobians say Ayuko for eliminating Kotoko from the FA Cup. Pato Laundry Service in Kumasi. Pato, good evening to you. Charlie, can you guys do the analysis and leave Kardashian and Luis alone? Came in 15 minutes a day.
No, but it's very important. This show has a wide...
there's a reason I read the message, so I can get back to that topic.
It's super. No, but Ronaldo bouncer.
Good evening. I'm Abdulrazak Welder from Nima Berlin Bridge. Carrick ball, glory, glory, Man United. Tomorrow, West Ham will collect Woto. Okay. Good evening, guys. My name is Johnson from Winneba, Chelsea, all the way. And this one says, good evening, guys. This is Airport, Texan from the Volta region. Happy to see you guys. And I want to say, Lewis Hamilton is a legend when you look at his CV in terms of women. He's a legend. And I wish Laporta all the best in the election. Yeah, Juan Laporta has stepped down as Barcelona president so that he can he can seek for re-election as Barcelona president. And he says also kudos to Hansi Flick for the wonderful work done. All right, hi guys, I'm Tawfiq from Pristia. We Chelsea fans, the only thing we keep saying is, in Liam Rosinia, we trust. Liam Rosinia ball is really cooking at Chelsea. Chelsea fans, we are happy with him, all right? Ramsey in Tamale says, great show as always. So I was just thinking out loud that if we finally land Hudson Odoi to play for the Black Stars, Hassan on the left, Inaki as a dynamic striker with Semenyo on the right, who could occasionally switch with Inaki. We could probably boast of one of the strongest front three at this year's World Cup. Ramsey, dreaming is free. We will take a short break now. When we come back, we will go to Karim for Ghanaian players abroad, and we'll take you to England to bring you some highlights and some analysis. It's been a great weekend of football from the Premier League. We've got it all to come here on the show. To stay with us. Man, I love that. I love that. Like, you are doing step over, do it. You watch him kick the ball, I say, well done. Well done. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. The show is proudly brought to you by Game Energy Drink. Guys, have you tried Game Energy Drink? It's the best energy drink in town. Of course, don't let anybody lie. That's right. Show them. Thank you.
What a game.
Like, you kiss it like Italian. That's right. Be so easy.
What a game.
Also by Guinness, producers of Guinness Smooth and Guinness Foreign Extra. And then also Soccer Bet. Soccer Bet, of course, also proud sponsors of this show. And we welcome all of Soccer Bet to the show. And every viewer, everyone, I've got some message for you. If you're betting and you're not on Soccer Bet, you're leaving money on the table. Soccer Bet gives you hot odds, fast payouts, and real winnings. You can withdraw instantly. Premier League, Champions League, local games, all in one place. And that is Soccer Bet. Stop guessing and start winning today. Go to soccerbet.com right now and be smart and win comfortably. All right, Karim is here with Ghanaian players abroad. Karim, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fentu. Life is sweet. So.
Why is Karim matching his graphic? His tie is...
The last time when I said it, he wasn't here.
He's looking...
Yeah.
No, it was moved down.
He's looking smart too.
Yeah.
Is it that?
Is it the haircut?
Charlie,
zoom go the haircut. You do some line there.
There's
some fresh. I know he go THA fresh.
Fentu.
Really?
Oh, he left the office at 7:30 to the barber shop.
Zoom
Fresh boy.
Talala. Hey, are you serious? Do you want to do that for me?
Talala. Hey.
Karim,
The guy.
Yeah?
what's happening?
Fentu. You see, life is sweet. So let's go. Have you seen something? This guy, Yusuf said, this is the first time he's making the Sports Zone Ghanaian players abroad team of the week.
Okay.
He just moved to Spain in 2014 from Dansuman Wise. Signed
2014?
Yes.
Wow.
They signed him permanently this summer. And over the weekend, that is Real Zaragoza.
Did you mean 2024 or 2014?
2024.
I repeated the question. You said yes.
Like guy, no, yeah.
So he's just 20 years old. He was born in Mali, but his parents moved to Ghana when he was only 6. And now he's a Ghanaian by citizen. He has acquired Ghanaian citizenship.
So both parents are Malians?
Yes, he was born there and they moved here when he was only 6.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So his parents migrated to Ghana.
Yeah. And he moved from Dansuman Wise to Zaragoza, signed for them permanently this summer after a loan spell there. And over the weekend, they played Real Zaragoza. They played against Iba, and that game he played over 80 minutes. And in that game, he did fantastically well, and winning about 2 of the 3 tackles he attempted in that game, putting in a very good shift for them, winning most duels in the game, and now he's a player that I can't really stick out my neck and believe that he's going to...
A centre-back or full-back?
Yeah, centre-back.
Centre-back.
Yeah. So he's playing at the right side of my back.
Yes.
And then in the middle of the back 3 is Kojo Pepra-Opon. Plays for Nice over the weekend. They drew a goal.
He's also French-born, right?
Yeah. No.
Which one?
The Nice.
Kojo Opon Pepra. He moved from Hammarby.
That one.
Yeah. So he plays for Nice, the same team as Salis Abdul Samad. And they drew goalless against Monaco. Mohamed Salisu, he wasn't in that game because he's injured, as you know.
He has a long-term injury.
Yeah, upon Pepra, he put in a decent shift as well. Then Jerome Opoku plays for Basekshahir, and they won against AU Sport. As always, his passing game is very good. He is the player to complete the most passes in that game. That is 68. Then Kelly Birenchi, there were reports that this weekend, Man U had scouts to watch him.
Yeah.
And they came up against Sanjuisti, that is in the Danish league. And he scored a goal and provided an assist. So if the scouts were really there, it means
would have been impressed.
Yeah. So as a midfielder, scored and provided an assist. Then Nyaki Williams, after 10 games, he didn't score, he didn't provide an assist. In midweek, he scored the winning goal for Athletic Bilbao against Valencia to take them to the quarterfinal of the Copa del Rey. And over the weekend, they played against Levante, and he provided 2 assists. And now, this season, he has 2 goals and 2 assists in 22 games. The season hasn't been going so well for them. Even in this game, he should have scored. Yeah, hopefully this is the beginning of good things to come for him. Then your favorite player, Ransford Konezofa. He also scored his first goal in 10 games, and that is for Hamburg, that is in the Bundesliga, and they came up against Heidenheim, and he scored the opening goal for them, and they went on to win 2-0. This season, he also has 2 goals in the Bundesliga. I think that the transfer that didn't happen in the summer might
the
have
failed
affected,
medicals or whatever, it affected him mentally.
And
because
even
before that, he was on fire.
True. He was so good for them when they
He was
came
on fire in Bundesliga.
in the Bundesliga
Yeah,
too.
he fired them to
promoted.
promotion.
Yes,
Correct.
but that was last season.
Yeah,
So if,
but-
if you say before that it was of as if it was a January transfer, 2 weeks ago he was banking goals. When we couldn't get a
he
transfer.
fired them into the
promotion.
Bundesliga.
Yes.
Then he was to move away.
So when he got to the Bundesliga, levels changed. So
he
maybe
didn't play.
You say
that's what I'm saying.
scored against-
Maybe
Maybe
the
I did
Bundesliga also.
that's why I wanted to move away.
Do you know who he scored
Even,
against?
even in the
Do you know who
winter,
he scored against? Ask Karim. He scored against
Heidenheim.
Last Pepe team. They are going back to Bundesliga.
Why Heidenheim? Wouldn't they play by?
Some massa.
No,
They'll play everybody.
Faith is sounding like.
The guy was on fire. Then
But he
something happened.
I'm saying that was.
Fired them into the
How many times have we not
Bundesliga.
seen players coming from a lower division who are great, step up to the next level, and then we don't see anything?
Ransford Koenigsdorfer
It's an
was
example.
on fire.
Koenigsdorfer. Your player that.
Koenigsdorfer.
Yeah.
He's never been given a fair chance in the Black Stars.
when he's being given,
Even after
out
he
of-
made Ashmari shot offside, it wasn't a fair chance.
A shock.
out of
It wasn't a
position,
fair chance.
out of-
Chilwell, he's there, he's doing like this.
So-
And when they go, that thing vex me. Chilwell, the guy's played nice shot.
So,
he's there doing like
Osman.
this.
Yeah,
Ibrahim. He's
Ibrahim
also moving
Osman.
a lot, huh? A
Yeah.
young player that came into the scene with a lot of promise at Nordsjælland, moved to Brighton, didn't quite settle, went on loan.
The Dutch league with Feyenoord started really well after an injury, never quite clicked. Came back to Brighton. They sent him on loan to Auxerre. Didn't quite work out in the first half of the season, and now he's gone on back to Brighton again and went on loan to Birmingham City.
Wow.
And now has played 3 games. In the 3rd game, that is over the weekend, when he came up against Jordan Ayew, Abdul Fattah Issahaku, and Leicester City. He scored the opening goal after 3 minutes. Now, his first goal in 3 games for them. And Fattah as well scored in that game. But overall, if you are looking at just the contribution of the players individually in the game, Osman was more involved in the game, but Fattah scored a spectacular goal. So he would have been in contention to be at the left side of the attack. But, Inaki played in La Liga, provided 2 assists. Then Gideon Mensah was just decent for Auxerre. They drew goalless against FC Paris. Then Baba Idrisu plays for Almeria, that is in the La Liga 2. They won 2-1 against Cadiz. And in that game, he was the player to contest the most tackles and won 3 out of 6 of them. And he has won the most duels in that game as well. Then, I think I didn't mention Joseph Annan. They started their season. That is St. Patrick's in the Irish.
They've resumed.
They just kicked off the season. That's the first
That's the
game.
start of their season.
Yeah,
Anyway.
against Bohemians, and he made 4 saves in that game, starting the season with a clean sheet.
They're just 12.
Amazing. You know,
I need to say
there
that.
was
well,
a-
just to mention, he made his 100th League One appearance.
well done. Is it my memory or Idrisu made a storm of being left out of the World Cup squad?
Yeah.
Like on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I think he said, is
World
it
Cup?
just
Yeah.
4 days or something?
In Qatar.
Qatar, yeah. I think he released a statement. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't cryptic. He just went. I remember. That's what I said. I was trying to figure out that there was some news that wasn't necessarily very pleasant.
There were two statements like that. Before that, Schlops. Remember?
Schlop. There was Schlop. So there was the Schlop one. Then Idrisu came after the squad was out. And then there was Pencil's own. He didn't say anything, but then there was a storm about the
assistant goals.
It's not all about assistant goals. Blasters. We anticipate there would be quite a number of statements when Otto releases his squad. Speaking of Otto, I want you guys to briefly, Benaya, put up that graphic then, to add those backroom stuff. Just briefly touch on that. Sicho, what did you think when Henry obviously made the announcement on our show on Friday? But what do you make of the whole conversation around the inclusions that Otto has had? Now, total backroom staff is amounted to 18 or something like that. He's got like 4 assistant coaches, lots of scouts. There are people that say, there are 2 schools of thought. So ones that say, why do you need so many assistant coaches in order to make the one person so good? And there are others that say, in the modern game, you need a lot of these people working in the national team, and that perhaps the numbers are not even enough. So, where do you stand on this?
A couple of things. There is a track record of something that the FA has done in the last year or 2. So when we went into the AFCON qualifiers and we performed woefully, I was one of those who suggested that if Otto wasn't going to be sacked, that he needed great help. Otherwise, we're not going to make the World Cup. And that help came with the FA improving his backroom staff, in fact, overhauling it. So Desmond Fair left his role with the youth team, became an assistant. There was John Pintle, there was Schaefer, who joined the backroom staff as well. And then we won all our games in the AFCON qualifiers, remaining games in the AFCON qualifiers to qualify, in the World Cup qualifiers to qualify to the World Cup. Okay. So that improvement in the backroom staff was clear because in a matter of months, the team was performing a lot better than we had seen in the AFCON qualifiers. They were not conceding chances, they were not conceding goals, and they were scoring sometimes for fun. So we had seen improvement there. Now, going into the World Cup, I said, I think Otto has limitations, right? It is evidently clear that Ghana doesn't have the finances to hire an elite coach in international football. Okay. It is clear. We won't get a Pep, we won't get a Klopp, we can get some people below it, but most of them are also attached to teams that are going to the World Cup anyway, or better teams with better projects. So it costs us a fortune to acquire a manager that we think can handle the Black Stars. So if you've got Otto Addo, what do? We need to help build a very comprehensive backroom staff that can go to the World Cup and give us a chance of doing well. So they bring in a lot more bodies to help Otto Addo. But yeah, football is not all about, so that's the one side of it, but football is not all about throwing in bodies in there as coaches to help the main guy. They must all align. That is why in most places...
That's an issue, yeah?
Yeah, that's why in most places that is the head coach who's going to handpick some key assistants, and then the federation can pick others who are not necessarily working very closely with the coach but are playing important roles. It happens in every team. So I'm thinking that are all these people that have been assigned as assistants to Otto, do they all align in the same ideologies and football principles? Are they all on the same page? Or also, are they bringing in things that Otto lacks that he may need? Classic example is when Sir Alex Ferguson was going around getting some of the best managers as his assistant, like McLaren, Carlos Queiroz, Molestin. That wasn't because they are necessarily aligned with Sir Alex Ferguson. That was because they knew a certain trend of football that Ferguson didn't know because time maybe was passing him by. So he gave them the liberty to operate in those spaces as well. So are we bringing these people in with a different know-how that Otto lacks so that they can complement each other? Only time is really going to tell. But if it's about throwing in coaches there for the numbers' sake and thinking that they can automatically work together, then maybe that is a problem. And I desperately hope that they did this with a very good plan, because what we want is that Ghana goes to the World Cup with a strong backroom staff. Ghana goes to the World Cup with coaches that can identify weakness in our team, weakness in our opponents, make those changes and decisions, that gives us a chance of playing a lot better or doing a lot better than we've seen at that tournament. So yeah, good luck to them. But I can understand where all the sentiments are coming from. However I look at it, people have a genuine case, but this is where I would place it.
Okay, Alan Rivera, assistant coach. Kim Las-Bokigran, assistant coach. Jose Daniel Martinez, also assistant coach and video analyst. Carlos Lozano Romero, team physiotherapist, Dwayne Pierce. Piesa Parkwesi, performance coach. Obviously, so that's the list. And this is the 4 backroom staff of Otuado.
Coaching staff.
Coaching staff, sorry. Medical staff not included. The full coaching staff of Otuado. So you've got how many assistants? 4 assistants. Pencil, Ofe, Rivera, and then Bokigran, all assistants. In fact, if you add Jose Daniel Martinez, that's a 5th assistant. So he's got 5 assistant coaches assisting Otuado. And then you've got other supporting physiotherapists, 2 of them, performance coach physiotherapists, their job very similar as well. This is a very stacked coaching staff, I have to be honest, Danihe. And I don't know how much work you've done on the names that we've seen since they were revealed, but is there a reason for you to look at some of those names and be excited? Because we have well documented some of the weaknesses of Otuado from the AFCON qualifiers to the World Cup qualifiers. Is there someone in this list, or are there a couple of names in this list that gets you very excited about potentially where that could take the team?
Yeah, Rivera has a wealth of experience. He's coached in the French league, has sat on the bench at some of the big clubs in the French league. Most recently, he was with the Ghanaian national team as assistant. But for me, what excites me is, look, the football is moving really, really quick. And I wrote an article today on my Joe Online. Look, Ghana has had, at the last World Cup in 2022, Qatar, we conceded in waves. Mm-hmm. So 2 goals in 3 minutes against Portugal, 2 goals in 6, I think in 4 against Korea, and then 2 goals in 6 against Uruguay. Those things, when you look at that, we all sat after the competition and remember, we were all crying, where was the psychologist, where was the psychologist? Because there was no psychologist that accompanied the team to Qatar. So then the GFA went out and they got a psychologist. Mm-hmm. But there are no second chances at the World Cup. It is better to give yourself the best possible preparation going into the competition, knowing that you've covered all grounds. Remember the 2010 penalty shootout against Uruguay, Abreu's last penalty. Everybody in South America knew exactly what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. We had scouts, we had a video analyst, we had a goalkeeper's coach who had no idea. The point is, having 1 or 2 people in a position doesn't always guarantee that they will see or they will know everything. Mm-hmm. So if you can spread it out and give certain people specialized positions, you are looking out for this, you are looking out for this, you are looking out for this, chances are you'll be able to cover all the ground. That ended up costing us because Olele dived. And in fact, Abreu gave a very damning interview with FIFA where he said he was watching the penalty shooter. He saw that Ghana goalkeeper was diving even before the ball was kicked. So he knew that he was going to dive even before the ball was kicked. So he would just go ahead and do what he always does and chip it down the middle. But the point is, we've had high-profile situations where if somebody had spotted something on the technical bench, and it's not always the coach. Look, modern football is moving past, for example, Arteta joined Manchester City as a coach, then rose to be an assistant coach. But when you look at his job description, he was in charge of player development. So they credit him for the improvement of Sterling and Sane, the individual training. It doesn't mean he was always sitting by Pep on tactics. He was doing a certain aspect of it. Somebody too was doing a certain aspect of it. But the point is, they've all gone to school. They all have their UEFA Pro licenses. Kim Las-Bokigran has his, Rivera has his. So when they are putting together a tactical plan or preparing for an opposition, the things that Otto will not see, because Otto's football philosophy is looking at something. The things that
we
Desmond will not see. We all have blind spots.
Exactly.
This one will be able to cover for. And it makes sense. Whilst the game is going, so many things are happening at once. When we sit here and we analyze games, there are certain things that City will pick out. And I had absolutely no idea what was going on.
You don't always have to agree. You don't always have to see.
I saw a completely different thing. But the fact that I didn't see doesn't mean it didn't happen. And you can also not underestimate the importance of picking something out. So mine is give yourself the best possible preparation going forward. And again, I don't understand it because we've gone to competitions where we cry about the strength of our technical team. And then now we have a case where people with experience have come in. And again, we are complaining. I get that. I sort of understand the money aspect. But just as Sichu said, look, the only person or the only pool of managers we can get with the current budget we are prepared to pay for a head coach is coaches like Otto Addo. If you are going to get somebody who is higher, for example, this guy, Pap Thiaw, is earning, I think, 20. And that's because he is from their system. If Pap Thiaw leaves Senegal now,
his value is different.
It's completely different. He's going to earn like 5 times more because now he's an AFCON winner. His taste has
Aliou is an example.
Aliou is also an example. He's going to earn way higher. So once we don't have the budget to pull these are the sort of managers we can get. And these appointments are World Cup specific. It's not like they're going to be here for 3 years. It's a short-term contract. For example, Kim is after the WAFCON in March. Then he moves on to focus on the Black Stars. So these guys are World Cup specific. And after the World Cup period, that is it. So I think it's a smart way of spending money to get the best possible results at the World Cup. Because we have clearly identified, and again, look at the Black Stars' performance in 2024 when we failed to qualify for the AFCON. Remember, we came on this show after the Sudan game, and I spoke about the number of corner kicks we had and accumulated them and how we were not able to even use one. Then all of a sudden, the following year, the Black Stars are scoring set pieces for fun. Who was responsible for that? One of the assistant coaches who they freshly hired, who was now in charge of set pieces. So you can't have improvements when you have different people coming in to bring their expertise.
So for you, there cannot be a downside to this.
No, there cannot be. The only downside is if we go, it's not even a downside. Even if we go and we don't do well.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah, even if we go and we don't do well, it doesn't now mean
the principle is not wrong.
The principle is not wrong.
My problem, though, is, as Danny said, it's just for the World Cup. It should never be that. This should be the national team.
It should be the standard coaches.
It should be. It should be. You have a pool of coaches, maybe 5 assistant coaches, 4, 6, I don't care, 10.
I mean, you saw the Senegal coaching stuff.
They are plenty.
Morocco.
They could have played the game some. Like, it should be standard.
There was some in the
In
stats.
fact, to be fair, modern teams have more backroom staff than players.
Last season, Liverpool
Because
used
specialized. 8
video analysts alone. 8 Liverpool.
No, it's true. Modern
these are
teams
specialized
have
roles.
more backroom staff than players. It's a fact.
So for me, yes, we know this is for the World Cup. Kim would have to go back to our ladies because we want him there for the project and everything. But post the World Cup, we should be hiring coaches who are going to be working on the national team all year round. Yeah. So that when the World Cup is ready, they would have been working 2 years on the team ahead of the World Cup, not few months ahead of it. We desperately need them.
Yeah, we do.
Why the small plenty?
I'll be very interested in whether or not we also need more team managers.
that one is enough.
One is enough.
Are you saying our friend doesn't need help?
No, our friend is okay. He doesn't need competition and help. He's very okay.
He's very competent.
It's not an issue of competence. Is he fit?
Very fit.
Because where in the world
have you seen him? Have you seen Aminu Shadow recently?
You want him to go and use somebody else there?
The Serena Williams, you know. Shadow, they say, did you watch the Super Bowl? They say Serena Williams was worrying something to make the whole.
You don't need it. You don't need it. Proper.
Anyway, guys, we'll take another break. When we come back, I promise you, we're doing Premier League. But you can send in your thoughts on the Black Stars coaching adjustments and additions. I'll read them and share them with the rest of our viewers from across the globe. This is Sports Zone. Do stay with us. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone, proudly brought to you by Soccer Bet, by Game Energy Drink, and also by Guinness. I've got a couple of your messages here. Let me read some of them. Good evening, Fent and the guys. The impatience of Kotoko will help them soon. I want to apologize to Rosinia for disrespecting him initially. He's done well so far. I'm Honorable Aminu Jimbilia from Vanboy. Aminu, big shouts to you. Good evening, guys. I'm King James in Kasua, Peace Town. You guys are doing a great job. The combination of you three is like MNS at Barcelona. I love you all.
No, BBC. BBC. No. Quick. Please, resend the message.
So,
thank you.
In the BBC, you know.
Hey, don't go there.
No.
You know what? We don't want to go to the show. We cannot be sued.
We cannot be sued. It's easy.
But don't worry. In the BBC, I can be Bill. I'm left footed. You can be no problem.
Benzema.
Mobile message chance.
Karim.
Oh, God.
Because MSN, they're like, nobody will miss you.
Voilà.
No, I'll be Messi.
I'll
be Messi. I like
you can be Messi.
I can be
El
Messi.
Pistolero. Suarez.
J Inside Spinter says, as Shock say, you scored, no, say Ronaldo bounce Kardashian.
I saw.
No.
But on a more serious note, Kim isn't very artificial as Sitcho makes it look. She's actually pretty. Hamilton has done...
Which one is not artificial? Is it the face which she has?
I relax, you relax.
No, but you can be plastic and beautiful.
Hamilton...
Every plastic is...
Guys.
It's not everyone.
True.
Hamilton has nothing to lose. He's 41, she's 45. Wishing them all the best. Even Kim's mom, 75-year-old, is dating a 45-year-old. Also wishing Chelsea all the best in their subsequent games. Thank you,
family
Jay.
thing.
Harry from Takwa says, blue is the color, football is the game. We are all together, and hat-trick is our style, okay? Good evening, friend. Hey, bad friend. Watching Kardashians the my show. As a guy, be so well. Oh, bro, I go watch.
Honestly, because...
If you knew...
So it's what?
Don't worry.
The one in the house, they something they show, then they house.
It was on E.
So you know the channels?
Oh, I know the channel. Oh, yeah.
You say you watch small.
Guys.
No, I knew it. Like, no, they were adverts. No, they were adverts. Even on SS.
And he admits they come.
I come across it.
No, even on SS.
Yeah.
Super Sports. They used to do adverts for that channel. Mnet, and they used to do those adverts. It was a big deal.
University, you used to watch Dr. 9210.
Yeah, bro.
90210. That's where they do all the distance.
All the
injections.
I don't be the injections where boys they watch. He knows why they watch.
Contour.
Pilolo in Sinyani says, one more win to the haircut.
Quick.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, to that Man United fan.
Yeah. PK from Tema Community 7 says, good evening, guys. Please, Fent, ask Sitcho and Danike if they think Man U can maintain their form till the end of the season. And also, please, is it true that Man U is talking to Enrique? Luis Enrique, he means.
They are talking to him.
Yeah, there were those rumors, but yeah.
Baluye from Sakai says, good evening, Fent. Which team does Sitcho support? I want to know before I say anything.
Bando Hearts of Lions, one.
Quick.
Bando Hearts of Lions.
Black Stars.
My grandmother used to sell beans where they train, so they always come there. So I knew the players those days, so I love that club.
You say, why you they explain? You say,
I'm explaining why I love the club, because I knew them personally.
Yes. He says, Danike and I support the biggest club in the world. Baluye in Sakai with that message. Franklin in Techman says, I'm wondering why you guys still talk about Ghana football. Both administrators, technical players and fans are not living up to world football standards. The days of players like Opokunti, Shamokwe, Ishmael Ado is gone. Where's veteran sports journalists like Jolate, Papa Pencil, Kwabena Yabua? Earlier, you stop talking about it, the better. Franklin Techman, Franklin, we keep talking about Ghana football. This is our game. This is our game. It is our own. It's our responsibility to talk about it. Pa in our she says, low-key Ghanaian players abroad is one of the most underrated segments of any sports show in Ghana. Kudos to the sports team. That is true. That's the Black
Karim,
Stars technical team.
They watch, Papa.
They watch Karim. They love Karim. Because it's always...
Now, it's been introduced to the new faces that have joined the technical team. So now they are watching.
They are watching.
Yeah, they are watching. See if
Rivera.
Roots know. Yeah.
Okay. We've got about 20 minutes
Check
to get
like
through a lot.
Karim for start they do for the women, or you have to get a lady to come and do
The women.
Ghanaian female players abroad.
Right.
Like,
And those
You have to
who
get
are-
a lady to come.
yeah,
those who are-
because these days,
and those
if
who are-
boys are doing ladies' day, we look.
Let's go to England then. Roll it. All right, crazy stuff. Lots of goals, amazing goals. So Manchester City there, closing the gap back on Arsenal to 6 points after Arsenal made it 9 points with their own victory. Man United, of course, 4 in a row for them. Cole Palmer hat-trick. And that's the table as things stand. 56-50, 47 for Villa. Man United in the top 4 with 44 points. 1 above Chelsea, who have 43. And then Liverpool have 39. They lost, of course, over the weekend to Manchester City. So very, very tight title race in the Premier League. Sicho, touch on that last game for me, and then we'll talk about the other matches briefly. I mean, there were some controversial moments in that game. Pep Guardiola, he had been under a lot of fire from the media and the general public because of all the comments he had been making before this game. I'm sure they were probably waiting for him to lose. But what did you make of the game overall? The time Liverpool scored, I thought, it might have just done enough, but City showed enormous character to come back.
To be honest, it was a funny game because neutrals would have loved it. It was almost very open and everything. But for the quality we had on show, it was at times poor because some of the passing was way off. Some of the control in the middle of the park was bad. So we saw the game very expansive, and nobody really could grab a hold of the game. It was Liverpool who started doing that at some point in that second half, and they were exerting a lot more pressure on City. Then they got their goal from. If Liverpool were going to score, it looked like they were missing some very good chances. Ekitike from that brilliant ball from Mohamed Salah, he should have scored, he didn't score. And then Szoboszlai steps up with that magical moment. Brilliant goal. From that point, nobody really saw how City were going to get back into the game because at that point, City were not creating enough, and Liverpool seemed to be in control. But that is football at this very level. It's just that one moment, that one incident that can change everything. Long cross comes into the box, finds Erling Haaland in a position where you think he can't hurt the team from that position. But he's not trying to score, he's just trying to flick it on and hope that somebody gets on the end of it. And it's Bernardo Silva who is played onside by Szoboszlai, who taps it home to make it 1-1. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, can Liverpool find a winner or it's going to be 1-1? Then that lapse of judgment comes from the goalkeeper, Alisson, and then there's a penalty. Haaland taps it home. So I don't think it's that game that you're going to say City deserved the victory or maybe Liverpool did deserve it. I thought maybe a draw would have been a true reflection of the game. But such are the margins in this kind of games. And the biggest controversy in the game was that Szoboszlai red card or if that should have been a third goal. I thought VAR made the right call because the rule is the rule. It was the reason why the goal can't be given is because Erling Haaland fouls Szoboszlai before the ball enters the back of the net. So right away, the whistle has to go for the foul on Szoboszlai because he pulled him. But before that, though, referee played advantage for Szoboszlai.
Yes.
So if you're not going to give the goal because of the foul from Haaland on Szoboszlai, then you have to visit that advantage that you played. Because the advantage for City went, and then Erling Haaland committed a foul, if you follow the sequence. So the whole process starts from, and if Erling Haaland didn't commit the foul on Szoboszlai, straight into the back of the net, it's a goal, advantage played, Szoboszlai survives. But because Haaland commits a foul on Szoboszlai, you cannot give a goal because Szoboszlai could have cleared the ball off the line. So as you see right there. So Szoboszlai could have got to the ball, but Haaland stops him. So if Haaland stops him, then that is a foul from Erling Haaland. But before that incident, there was another foul that the referee played on, which was Szoboszlai pulling Haaland,
So
the last man.
in order for the correct decision to be made, you're saying that we should have gone a couple of decisions back.
Yes. So that is why it is the
right decision.
The right decision. That is why
Pep said
Szoboszlai
that
is
you have
fouling
to
him.
use common sense. He didn't seem to be. In fact, I don't know. Maybe he's humanity.
Referees are not built to be using common sense in
Pep
these
said
situations.
it didn't make any sense that Szoboszlai got sent off for that.
Yeah, look,
I mean, City were winning the game anyway.
For Man City and Liverpool, they probably would have wanted a goal to be given 3-1 games over.
Szoboszlai is
Because
the
now
red card,
Szoboszlai is missing
Exactly.
3 games.
For both teams, right?
Yeah.
That's
City's
what would have
missing.
made sense.
For them.
Because at that point, City were already 2-1 ahead.
Yeah, but what Sito says is true. The goal couldn't have stood because Haaland. Initially, I had a bit of confusion because I felt like the team that had scored the goal were being punished by having the ball the goal taken away from them and only be rewarded a free kick and a red card to the opposition. But once that Haaland pull went on Szoboszlai, it was very obvious that had he not pulled his shirt, Szoboszlai would have been able to clear the ball. So then you have to cancel the goal and bring the game back. And then the similar rule that happened in the AFCON final. If 2 incidents happen, you punish the more severe one. The more severe one was the initial pull because it was an obstruction of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. So that's why it's a red card and a free kick, because it happened outside the box. The funny thing is, had he waited small and pulled him inside the box, it would have been goal cancelled, red card for Szoboszlai, and penalty for Man City.
Yep.
But it was just a free kick and Shecky blasted it away. But Liverpool have been poor. This is probably one of the worst title defenses we've seen of any team. And it's funny because...
West Ham, Chelsea, 20.
It's a one-off,
60.
not the worst. One-off. Obviously, there's Leicester City, there's Chelsea. But it will rank up there as one of the worst. We hardly see championship teams coming into the following season and playing this poorly, having this much poor results.
They had so much money to spend in the summer.
Yeah. And if you look at the money they spent, the players they brought in, you would have expected a much better, or even close to, even if not close to, at least be it comfortably in top 4. But Liverpool have been so poor. The fact that they take a lead with 15 minutes left against this Manchester City team, there's no disrespect, but this City team, we've seen them this season. They have struggled. And City had to dig deep and play in a way that is not used to them. The route 1 they were going in the last 10 minutes, hitting the ball into the box, hoping for a header. That's not your most typical Manchester City goal. And again, when it's this poor, that's when you start seeing things like... I think that there's a double mistake from Alisson. First of all, the penalty that he caused, poor judgment, came out of his pool. And the second one, you go for a corner. The corner has been cleared, and you turn into a midfielder. What was he doing there?
Oh, yeah, then.
If he had run back into his pool, none of this would have happened.
Probably trying to make, like Donnarumma. Look at the save he pulled off. And sometimes that's the difference, right? World class and average. You got something you wanted to touch on match day before we go?
No, it was basically the rules. There was a lot of confusion about the goal and why it was taken away and things, which you've already explained. But it's very important to know the rules.
Listen, guys, I want us to talk about, obviously, Man United. I think last week we had a conversation about Man United and what's working for them. So far, it looks like, I love, it looks like Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United back all of a sudden. And then there's a certain group of people that say, give Carrick the job. But then there's like only PTSD people as well who are like, we've seen this before, didn't quite. What do you think?
We've seen this before. He's been brought to do a job. Let him do his job. Let's wait till the end of the season. If it's good enough, if there are coaches who are available, because, look, I genuinely don't think Ineos has started looking. They are confused. So
they won't look.
They are waiting. They are waiting
to continue like this.
Maybe there will be coaches available after the World Cup. You never know.
Carrick is cheaper.
They won't look. Ineos, they won't look.
And the point is, wait. With the only mistake, it was during the period they gave him the job. United ended up not even qualifying for the top 4. Yeah. It's a very poor end to the season. So wait it out. You've been given a job to the end of the season. Let him finish the job. There's a very difficult game against West Ham tomorrow. United could make it 5 wins in a row. Hasn't happened in like 2 years. Very, very long time. But it's possible. The way United are playing is very possible. Although West Ham can be a problem.
So wait it out.
Wait it out. Take it one game at a time. End of the season. Charlie, United could easily be challenging. Hey, Amorim. Charlie, try.
Oh, by you. Why the time? Your guy.
Oh, by no try.
Zito.
Yeah.
Briefly, 30 seconds. What do you make of that situation?
No,
wait it out.
Look.
Is the right thing to do?
Yeah, and I agree that because of the Ole situation, nobody really cares about how well Carrick is doing. It's almost like we've been here before, we've seen this before, don't want to make that mistake.
Yeah.
And for Carrick's own good, the conversation should be till the end of the season. So he's under no pressure to impress anybody. He just has to see the job out and see what happens next. If the talk starts that, okay, it's a permanent job now, the mood, the feel, the conversation, the questions in press conferences, all the narrative changes, and maybe there will be too much to deal with for him. So that keep it as it is. It is working, don't change the winning formula. In fact, even if you're going to keep him for next season, still announce him as your caretaker coach for that till
that period.
Yes, announce him as your caretaker coach until you find a man.
Are going to come after them.
1 year contract.
1 year contract, caretaker.
There's midweek action in the Premier League this Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are some of the fixtures. Chelsea up against Leeds United. As Daniel mentioned, West Ham at home against Man United as well. Those are Tuesday games. And then you would have to see Man City against Fulham. That should be an exciting one. Sunderland against Liverpool, a very difficult one. And on Thursday, Arsenal go to Brentford. So those are some of the midweek fixtures as far as the Premier League is concerned. In La Liga, there was a 3-0 victory, obviously, for Barcelona and a 2-0 win for Real Madrid against Vallecano. But I wanted to send big shouts, Benaya, to the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl 60 champions. A very commanding display in Santa Clara. You know, the most exciting thing about the Super Bowl, for most people, is always the halftime show. And this time around, Bad Bunny, oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Bad Bunny performed. And Donald Trump didn't seem to like that at all. He said it is the worst Super Bowl halftime show ever.
Isn't it?
Hold on. So I'm not done.
I'm asking you, isn't it?
He said,
Isn't it?
He said the guy was singing in the language nobody understood.
No, but isn't it the worst performance you've seen?
The problem with that statement is...
Forget the language. Was the performance...
Language, because the people are Americans. It's Puerto Rico. They're American citizens. So you can't...
What's the official language? What's the official language in America?
You can't cast them out.
What's the official language in America?
It seems too much.
English, Spanish. English and Spanish. Yes.
Oh,
there.
Spanish is the borrowed language.
Oh, no, it's not. It's official. It's official.
Yeah, I get it. I know that.
It's official.
But I'm saying that was that not what the worst performance you've seen at this point?
Because you didn't understand what he was
saying. I'm asking you. Is that one of the best you've
West?
seen? It was the worst you've seen.
Man, shit.
Okay.
I didn't watch.
Bad Bunny said,
Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Sicho. Thank you, Daniel. We're back again next Monday with another episode of the best Monday Night Sports Show. So until then, do take care of yourself and bye-bye.